my sun and moon. Girl, you're everything between. A lot of pretty faces could waste my time, but you're my dream, girl. You make flowers bloom. Girl, you make the stars collide. And I don't know what I did to get lucky like this, but it sure feels fine. Cause you give me love and affection, I give you all my protection. I'm trying to stay by your side till the day I yeah, yeah. Baby, you're my sun and moon.
Hey, happy Sunday and happy Father's Day to all the fathers out there. Thank you all for joining me again. It's yet another week. Thank you to all my subscribers, all the persons who have liked, comment, shared, and subscribed so far. It has been a journey. All right, so I said I would be talking about from the start of my journey to when I migrated. So I graduated nursing school in 2018 and started working in that January 2018. And I started my NCLEX journey that same year, the exact same year. Yes, I was determined. So I signed up with this agency and they enrolled me in this thing called the university. So that's the university for their program, and they packed you with a whole lot of information that I don't see how it's possible to gather, to remember everything and go past that exam, because I think I got about maybe 6 months, because I started in January and I did the exam in December, because there was some delays on me getting the authorization for test and stuff like that. But yeah, it took me some time, but regardless of all the information they gave me, because information was going in and coming out, it was not sticking. So I talked to my sister. This is a sister I have in Florida, and she came up and she did the NCLEX LPN exam. So she told me how to pass this exam, because I'm like, doing all this studying, I will study something today and trust me, it will leave my brain tomorrow because it's not sticking. Going through all those books that they sent you and all those courses that they sent you, all the session that you go to, I don't see how that helped. That didn't help me. Maybe some people have different strategies how to study or what, but no matter the amount of information you give me, if I don't get the strategies, I'm not gonna know. So how I pass my NCLEX, there are some rules that you have to follow. NCLEX is like playing a game. It's not very easy to pass. You have people who do the NCLEX numerous times and don't pass it, not because they don't have the theory aspect of it, not because they don't have the knowledge, because they have the knowledge but still they don't know how to apply it, because that is what the agency give to you. They give to you the knowledge, so they help you to learn, guess what, the system works like that and all of that. You've done that in nursing school. You've gone through the entire syllabus in nursing school, but you still don't remember most of it. So the trick to passing NCLEX is that you need to know strategies. So they have this strategy book, and it's after I started doing the strategies, I realized that I started answering questions and I started getting them correct, because I was doing all of these long courses and long studying, staying up nights and studying, and it wasn't working out for me. I was still doing the U World and I still wasn't getting, I was getting like maybe 60%. I'm like, if I'm getting 60%, how am I gonna go and pass this exam? It's not possible. So after I got the strategy book from her and I went through the strategies. After I went through the strategies, I started doing U World, because they gave you this U World book and it has like hundreds of questions in there. Do those questions. If you do not do those questions, you cannot pass NCLEX. So number one is that you need to know the strategies, right? If you don't know the strategies, you cannot pass. Number two, You need to do questions upon questions upon questions. Spend most of your time doing question more than how you study those courses that they send you, right? So after I did the strategies, I realized that I was doing the U World questions and I went up to maybe like 70% and stuff like that. So I saw where my scores were increasing. Then she sent me this other thing. It's called Mark Climax. So Mark Climax has the blue book and the yellow book. That is what really helped me to pass NCLEX. If you're out there and you're trying to pass the NCLEX, you need to get those books. You need to get Mark Climax, yellow and blue book, because he doesn't teach you an entire syllabus. He doesn't teach you an entire book. You're gonna get the entire book and you're still not gonna pass. What he teach you is just what you need to pass. He's gonna give you like mnemonics and all those things. When you hear Mark Climax talk, trust me, in that exam you're gonna recall what he's saying. Because I remember in my exam, I'm like, yes, Mark Climax said that, and yes, Mark Climax said that. So that was really good for me. So number 1 is a strategy book, number 2 it's U World, and number 3 is Mark Climax. Without those things, you're not gonna pass NCLEX. I don't see how it's possible to pass it without getting all of these things. You need the knowledge, yes, but you need something to back that knowledge up. So you need the strategies. You need to do questions on top of questions on top of questions on top of questions non-stop, right? And do your Mark Climax. So NCLEX, as I said, it's like playing a game. So you go into plugging that to me. You go into the exam room, and you need to get at least, I would say at least the first 6 questions. Try to get those first 6 questions correct. I know it's hard. I know what I'm saying kind of sound impossible, but if you get those first 6 questions correct, it is like you're on top of your game. Because NCLEX it uses this line. So it has a line, right? And you can either go above or below the line. And if you start off getting those 6 questions correct, you're already playing that game where you're staying on the line. Try to stay on the line. If you get select all that apply question, choose only what you know, right? Because the moment that you choose something that is incorrect, you're gonna go below that line, and that's what you don't want, right? So in that select all that apply, choose only the ones that you're 100% sure about. That is what Mark Climax taught me, and that was what I brought to the exam, right? I got a lot of select all that apply questions, and that was good for me because I selected only what I know. And I realized that I reached the 75 question mark. So at 75, when you reach there, your heart gonna start pounding, because you're gonna say, if the computer shut off here, I can either be doing really well and I pass, or I can be doing really, really badly and I fail. That means I drop below the line. Or you're staying on the line, or you're a little bit above the line and you pass, right? If you're on the line, they cannot cut you off. So they cannot say that, guess what, you're doing too bad or whatever. If you realize that you pass the 75% mark and you keep going, then at least you can say, guess what, I am playing the game correctly, right? So I think I did maybe about 90 questions. So when I reached 75, oh my god, and the computer didn't shut off, I was like, all right, I'm playing the game right, guys. I might not be doing very good for them to cut me off to pass, but at least I know I'm not doing bad for them to cut me off and I fail. So I'm still in my game. I'm playing the game right. And I recall the strategies I did in that book, and the strategies was what brought me through. And Mark Climax, because I recall in the exam I saw some question, and that was Mark Climax. That was Mark Climax talking to me in the exam. If I hadn't listened to his videos, I don't think I would have passed the NCLEX until today. But yeah, the strategies. So people, if you're out there and you're trying to pass the NCLEX exam, again, I'm gonna say, do not be going through all those courses that the companies send you or the agencies send you, because that alone can't do it. You need to know strategies, you need to do a lot of questions, and you need to follow Mark Climax. If you don't have them, I think I might have them available still, I'm not sure, but you can find them, they're available, so just check those out. Okay, so that is for my NCLEX story. After I passed the NCLEX, right, my sister and I did the NCLEX the same time. We were in Florida. My goodness, you could stay maybe downtown Miami and hear us screaming at the top of our lungs because we were so excited. So that was awesome. But after we passed NCLEX now, like the agency told us, okay, it's gonna take about a year for you to get through this. So I'm like, all right, the process is gonna take a year. So I passed the NCLEX in April, so maybe by next April, you know, I'm gone, because the goods been really, 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 really excited to go live a foreign. So yeah, so past the NCLEX, and then the whole immigration process started, where, you know, them start file for your family and yourself and stuff like that. So the whole process was exciting when you send in all your documents and you pay that money that you have to pay for them to pay the lawyers and the filing process. So that was very that was very exciting, right? But then it came to a point where, guess what, COVID hit. COVID happened and COVID slowed down my process. COVID slowed down my progress. Okay, so that happened, COVID came, and it wasn't taking 1 year anymore, it was going on to like 2 years. And then like after I hear that my documents were sent from NVC over to the embassy, um like, I know some people that they started after me and their file was going over before mine, and I don't know, it was just becoming nerve-wracking. It was like waiting for that call from the embassy every day, because things change, you know. And like say, first time once things go to NVC, you got your embassy date from there. But no, 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 it has to be sent to the embassy, and then after it's sent to the embassy, you have to wait on a call to hear when your embassy date is gonna be. So that was long and that was tedious. That was the worst part of it. I was waiting too long, and me never have no patience. Me never have no patience yet. So yeah, I met some other girls and they were telling me that they got called from the embassy and stuff like that. Me start trying to call the embassy, no, can't get nobody. Never ever once have I got through to anybody at the embassy. Nobody not answer my call. So yeah, that was a process. That was a long wait. I think maybe I waited because my documents were sent from NVC to the embassy in October. I didn't get a date until December, so you know how long that wait was. But after getting the date in December, it was smooth sailing. No, lie, it was not smooth sailing. After I went to the embassy, right, got everything and left our passport there and all of that, and they said, okay, we will get our passport at the DHL in close to where we lived. So when I went on, no, because they have this website where you could check the progress. When I went on there, I saw refuse. No, who almost dead, because it said refused. But then a colleague told me that, okay, once you come back from the embassy, what is gonna be there is refused. So get little peace of mind there. And then after seeing refused, I think 3 of them went to administrative processing, because that's the process it takes. And after 3 of them go to administrative processing, 1 of them still left refused. I was like, which of my family member gonna be left? Which of my family member not gonna come with me? I'm like, there's no reason though why anyone should be refused. Yeah, and that was a headache. I was supposed to migrate in January, but the documents take forever to come back, because guess what, Christmas holiday come and New Year's come and all of that. But from the whole process was tedious. You have to be patient. You have to be patient. Yeah, so definitely patience is the name of the game when it comes on to the whole migration process, but it's a process that's worth it. At the end, you'll reap the rewards, I would say. And it's a long and tedious process, but there is a light at the end of the tunnel when you get to migrate, and then you start doing things that you've always wanted to do that you couldn't have done before. So yeah, that's about it. That's a long story short of how the process went. Again, happy Father's Day to all the fathers out there. Happy Sunday. Enjoy your coming week, and God bless. Please remember to like, share, subscribe. Share, and subscribe. Thank you so much. I appreciate you for staying with me. Thank you, and all the best for your coming week.